Street Fighter time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter 5 Cammy figure in the battle costume. This is the first time that Storm does a Cammy, and I don't really know why they went with the battle costume first, but hey, it's Storm. They make good figures, but they don't really know where to start. Anyway, finally we got a Cammy, and that's what I'm happy about. Got a lot of cool stuff coming with it. I mean, you can see just how huge the box is. So I think it's time we dig in. Look in detail of the figure, starting off with the size. She stands about 16 and a half, a little over that, to the top of her head, which means we're going up to 6.6 inches. The face sculpt is what I'm going to start off with. And I have one tiny complaint about the face. It looks good, it is painted well, especially like the metallic in the goggles, gives it a nice vibrant look on it. Well, actually two issues. Now, first one, I think her eyes are too small. She has a bit of a cutie animal look in the game with not exaggerated eyes, but I don't know, these ones just kind of look like she's squinting. The other thing is I don't like how they molded this entire part of the hair. Now, to be fair, in the game, she has the exact same thing where the long flowy hair kind of drapes over this part, which is going back a little further, but the way they did it is just like it's just so disconnected from the rest of it. And I know why, because this is the entire faceplate. You can't take this hair out if it's bothering you, and you can move up the goggles. Just saying, that's a little bit of extra stuff that goes into the figure. She has kind of like a necklace, nicely painted, and that's the very pleasant surprise about this figure. It is nicely painted for the most part. I have very little complaint about that. Got the long flowy hair going down, has some detail in it. Colors, overall, other than that they're looking good and that they're looking clean. And that's another thing about the game. Sometimes if you fight on a stage where the sun is shining, they look a lot more vibrant. I think, personally, the colors are a little bit muted, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just something I noticed. The hair is completely soft plastic. She has the back pad on there. Has a lot of detail, which is also a thing I have to mention. There's really a lot of detail in this figure. Also, she has a great butt mold. It's perfect, 5 stars. Got the belt, soft plastic, completely floaty, it is not connected anywhere. And then the zipper also on the boobage. Yes, the boobage is also there. Look how clean the zipper is. I mean, it's strafing off just a tiny bit, but for the most part, it looks great, I think. And for the armor parts on her arms, it's a lot more shiny. They use up a lot more shiny plastic, which is good, makes it stand out. It's not that shiny in the game, and I really, I looked at a lot of pictures beforehand, just to be sure. But all the detail is there, and even like the very small parts, as I go down, she has them big thighs, it's thick. And just the design part, it's just bothering me a little bit how this part on the crotch area can, you know, leave some gaps and really give you a look at the articulation inside, which is obviously you don't really have much to cover. If you do more plastic over here, you're really hindering the articulation, but I would have liked something like, I don't know, that's why I'm always praising the SH Figure Arts when they do the mold with the legs, where you just spread it out and there's a part just covering up all the little holes. As we move down to the knee pads, very nice. It has the only small issue with the paint is that this part is a little bit bigger. Got the belt buckles on one side, got the belt buckles on the other side. And as far as the boots goes, they are again shiny because it's leather boots, but they even molded the seams in there. Look at this tiny detail. I love that. And they are like more bolts, more shiny metallic parts on there, which is completely accurate and it looks great. Just the boots alone, I'm really impressed by these boots. I don't have a shoe fetish or whatever, but it's just well done. So for the articulation, put her in a T-pose just to not get anything in the way. Head moves forward, doesn't really move to the back because you have the backpack and the long hair. Does tilt side to side and would go all the way around. Also, the goggles are just connected in there, so you can move those down while not... Can you move those all the way down? Yeah, you could. Interesting. Well, no, and then it unpacks over here. I guess you could heat it up and try to stretch it, but then I don't know if you can get it back up. But still, you can have it with the goggles. So you have options with that. But overall, the main problem I have is that it doesn't really rotate at the neck. You know, you have this long pack, which is a Storm Classic. But as you can tell, either mine's frozen or it just doesn't work. But anyway, the hat, it would rotate all the way around, but the hair gets in the way. Then you got the shoulder parts, you got the hinge in the shoulder itself. Rotation in it, goes forward quite a bit, goes to the back as everything is soft plastic, and this unpacks. Give it a little bit too hard of a tuck. They got that. Nothing's broken off, guys. Don't panic. Has some nice rotation. Bicep swivel, which is pretty stiff. Let me move that one slowly around. Double hinged elbow, and the fist is on another ball hinge. Goes back, forward, all the way around. Now the chest area, as the hat disconnects. Well, guess that all the plastic is pushing really against it. Let me get this back on. Now this area goes forward very much. Like, this is amazing. You can mothball, goes to the back, does tilt side to side, doesn't really go that much to the back. It's as much as it gets. Weird. Well, the forward movement is that great. Moves to the side a lot, would go all the way around. Again, I don't want to stretch it too much. Also, the boobs get bigger with that. Yeah. Soft plastic. Got soft plastic in there, so you can push that if you want to and make it look bigger. Have fun with that. Belt, soft plastic, rotates all the way around. I already told you that. Then hip articulation. You can rotate this side to side. Looks weird as the lower part doesn't rotate with it. It is one piece over here. If they would have cut it up, it would have looked weirdly, but then again, guess you gotta use the chest area to rotate that around. So you don't really get that much from the hips. The leg moves up quite a bit. Leg moves to the back. Actually goes even further. Let me try that again. Yeah, there we go. Gets completely smushed over here. So you really gotta try and pull this into a good pose. Got a nice spread. Again, it looks wonky with this just sticking out. Unfortunate, but it's kind of the nature of the design. Has rotation on it. Don't have thigh swivel. They could have done one at the knee pad, but they did not. Double hinged knee, by the way, which is stuck now. This one works. So goes up very nicely. And then the foot is blocked, unfortunately. It doesn't really move forward, does move to the back, and you really have to play around with it in a certain position to get it side to side, because they didn't leave any room. Now the boot looks super nice. You don't really see the joint in there until you tilt it to the back. But as such, you don't have any room to bring it forward. You can push on it, maybe heat it up over here a little bit, because they needed to cut out some more over here, and this left some room for the ball hinge, because it just really doesn't. As you can tell, the plastic over here blocks it, kind of moves a little bit to the side, to the other side more, but it can't really get it. Just give it a bit of a tuck. Again, maybe heating it up will get some more out of the ankle joints. I hope you like accessories, because there's a lot. We got two more faces, one yelling face and one kissy face, kind of looking to the side. If we would focus, there we go. I like this one. I like the kissy face. Always has the visor connected, which is appreciated, so you don't always have to take it off. You got two chop hands for poses when she's like, there's definitely more posability. Like when she's winning, her winning pose. Open hands. And these ones, just, I don't know what to call that for your action poses. You got two more hairstyles, one that's kind of wavy to the side, and the other one just is split up. I really like those. And then you got two more hairs, front hair parts, which from what I can tell have a tiny bit of a difference in size. It's really hard to see, especially with my fingers in front, but you can just pick the one you like the most. Then you got this energy effect for, I don't know, you're supposed to jam her foot in that. Yeah, there's like cannon spike, cannon drill. I don't know which one is which again. I think this one's the one where she slides over the ground. Kind of jam the foot in there. Really have to play around with these things. I mean, it says in instructions. Just like, yeah, jam the foot in there. It's kind of showing you how to put it in. With this one as well. So, and then you got the big one, Which, the only problem I have with this one is that they made this spike. I have trouble connecting it right now, but it does look nice, and as I'm saying, you're really getting everything out of this package for your Cammy poses. Also, you got the London stage from Street Fighter V, which is nicely printed on there, and it's also a lot... Is it higher than the previous stages, I think? When you do like the high jumps? I mean, the box is bigger, so maybe they did that on purpose, and also has a nice Capcom copyright symbol, which completely ruins the illusion, but still, it look nice. So yeah, by the way, I'm stupid. I got this together, which it doesn't really line up that well, but the small piece is to put on the big piece of the cannon spike. That's why you had this this part in the front. And also, I don't know if I think I forgot to mention that she has a toe hinge, but she has a toe hinge. There it is. So after I wrap this up, final thoughts of this figure. I think this figure looks amazing. Now, first things first, she is a little bit more expensive. Actually, she's quite a bit more expensive than your previous Street Fighter Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles figures, but that is mostly due to the energy effects, which personally I don't really care that much for. But hey, it adds that much more posability. Would have nice if you would have gotten a base with it. I mean, at the price point, it could have been worth it. But hey, it's like, it's the exact same thing that Figures did. When they started doing figures, they had like a lot more energy effects, and now they're all selling that separately. So this is in the same vein. Overall, this figure alone by itself is still amazing. I think the look's amazing. And the paint job, woohoo, is good for once. QC Fairy has been very nice on this day to us. You got a lot of posability, and really just the issues that are there are issues that I can overlook, like a little bit of problems with the hip rotation. It also looks janky around the crotch area, as you can tell. I mean, I made it look good in the front, but then it looks janky in the back, but you will never look at it from both sides simultaneously, so it's fine. And the kind of limited ankle joints, that's really it. For the rest of it, I think the look's still amazing, the package is amazing, and the articulation really gives you a lot to play around with. No pun intended. And it's gonna do it, guys. I do recommend this figure. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Cammy wants. Like a cleaner crotch area. That did not sound sexual at all.